You're tuned in to Ask the Master Auto Technician. Car questions? Get answers right now. Call 850-763-0555.
James Auto Center, we fix it right, guaranteed. Beep, 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 yeah.
All right, welcome back to our second part of our show here on this Wednesday morning. Mike Hill didn't make a phone call this morning. I probably overslept. Doesn't really matter. One of the things that I was talking about, well, I said crony capitalism. I got to speak yesterday at the county commission meeting, and they're talking about how GKN is going to be coming into Bay County and that they're going to be getting tax credits and all these wonderful things to make them come down here and offer jobs at $63,000 a year and all these wonderful things. And I brought to the commission, I said, it's not your job to give our tax money away to entice businesses to come down here. That's not what you're supposed to do. Your job is to make sure the field is level all the way across. It would be best if we had the same rules and regulations for all to come down here, instead of giving special favors to the select few out there where they get their money back, where they put investment down and then they get that investment tax money back. You're telling me that's how you are going to ensure that money is being spent correctly in Bay County. And I said in a couple of years you'll be running for office, and when this all falls through and it doesn't look real good and everything looks bad, y'all be explaining how y'all have improved this pattern again. Y'all been doing this every couple of years. You get you've got a 13% success ratio with the EDA here, Economic Development Alliance out here. And I know we got Becca Harden out there, and she said this happened before my watch. It's going to be different now. Well, she's been with them now about 3 years. They spend $200,000 a year of our tax money goes to the EDA to go wine and dine these companies that come in here and give away our tax money to get them to come here in Bay County. And, everybody seems to be really, really, really happy about it. But then in a couple of years when it all falls through, which it usually seems to do, then they all sit there and go, well, we messed up. Let's try it again this way. But you don't grow. It's not the purpose of government to give jobs, make jobs, because you don't make jobs. You start hearing, I heard Philip Griffiths up there, we're going to do incentives. Well, incentives is just another word for spending tax dollars. That's all it is. I wish they would give small businesses in Florida incentives to keep their doors open, but they give us decentives every day I turn around. We get taxed more. The people that I cannot believe Bay County voted for a half-cent sales tax. I am just like, I cannot believe y'all did this. And as soon as you did this, what did we do? We went on the hook for another $50 million Bay County did to build the Frank Brown Park out there. It's just amazing. It is. I'm just like, wow. It's kind of like, thank you, sir, may I have another? Are we gluttons for punishment out there? I mean, we continue to cater to a large landholder out there that, well, they do have all the bucks. They do seem to have all. We make sure they get special tax breaks on their land that's for sale, and they only pay a couple of dollars an acre for it, and then all of a sudden they sell it for $1 million, $1.5 million an acre, and that's wonderful. That's just great for them, not for you and I. But that's okay, because we got the government we deserve. We do have the government. Because I had all these people out there going, well, how did Tommy Ham vote? Or how did Robert Kerr vote? Or Philip Griffiths, did they vote against cronyism? Did they vote against, making things more open and quit giving away our tax? No, they voted for this. And in lockstep, they voted for Governor Scott, supporting his move to spend our money any way he sees fit to get tourism in Florida. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you really think we have to give money to private industry to promote Florida? Come on now, we got beaches here, miles and miles and miles of beaches out here, pretty sand, pretty everything, and we've got to give money to Disney, or we got to give money to this company or to that company to support?
What it is, we're finding out is these quasi-government agencies, when people leave leadership or management, then they go open up their own company and they pick up the clients of these bureaucracies or agencies that are not constitutional but have been set up. So it's like a big revolving circle of good old boys.
Wash, rinse, repeat.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is. Wash, rinse, and then 2 more years from now, when the county commissioners are running for office again, they'll get up there and go, well, we've changed this policy. We won't give out our money anymore unless they earn it. Well, just like they're saying right now, they were explaining how GKN will get this money back on incentives on the tax money. It's kind of like getting a rebate on their tax money. I would love a rebate on my tax money.
Yeah, when do we get ours?
Well, we
25th
don't.
anniversary, 30th anniversary,
We don't get
35th
one.
anniversary,
We don't get
40th
one.
anniversary? We don't get one.
We don't ever get one, even though we're the largest generator of jobs, small business out there. But these people were so adamant that these $63,000 a year jobs are going to come to Bay County, and we're going to be, well, it's a game changer. That's the word that they all used yesterday, from Guy Tunnell to Philip Griffiths to Robert Carroll to Bill Dozier.
Especially when they change the rules every couple of
You know,
years.
it is a game changer. I just love the terms they use. They use the words what did I say right there? Expenditure. You know, on their expenditure out there, that that it's just government spending, and they don't like to put the right terms in it. When you actually call it what it is, corporate welfare, they look at you like, how dare you say that? And I said, well, this is what our state representative calls it, Jay Trumbull, whose birthday was yesterday, that y'all all wanted to say, make sure we wish him a happy birthday. But you turn around and you stab him in the back and say, we support Governor Scott's incentive on the EDA, on Enterprise Florida. Jay Trumbull really, he's just speaking out of turn. He's just a foolish young man that doesn't know what he's talking about. He knows exactly what he's talking about, and what's happening is you're making sure, you county commissioners, the ones that, maybe you have businesses on the beach. Maybe you have I don't know what you got out there, but it's kind of nice when your business gets subsidized by putting heads in beds. It really is. That's wonderful when you get your beach renourished out there at the government dime. It's wonderful. I mean, you get the beach cleaned up on the government's dime. Not your responsibility. You've got the... It is amazing out there. It is. I just kind of wondered, like, whew, man, I wish I could get the government to do the things here for me.
Let's get back on
Yes.
track.
Okay,
we've spent enough time.
I have. I beat that dead horse, haven't I?
Yeah. But what we can say is if people don't like what's going on, I guess they need to get up and come to the county commission meetings. There's plenty of people out there who can make a 9 o'clock meeting, but they just got to get...
Well, we probably had 20 people there yesterday. Probably had
I know,
20
and most
people.
of them had some kind of
interest
in the meeting.
Exactly. They were all there. Those are the ones that circle around making. They want to make sure any of the crumbs that fall off the table that they're there to get. Engineers are there. Consultants are there. They're all there to see how they can make sure that they can help out the county commission and spend your tax dollars. Yesterday was another thing I forgot. They're going to put together a special magistrate to review the overloaded case of what we call those out there? Code violations. That's it. A special magistrate to review code, and they're going to hire lawyers to do it on a case-by-case basis, around $200 an hour to do code violations. Now, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you have to pay to get more fees to get permits, to pay for the lawyers to fine you and find you guilty if you, like a little old lady, 90 years old yesterday, went before the county commission saying, you're telling me that we've got a little mobile home here. It used to be a trailer. One of these ones you pull behind a car, and it's been all fixed up. The wheels have been taken off. It's been enclosed in. You've got a carport on it. Goes to a septic tank. Everything's like it's supposed to be safe, and it's on our property. We've got to rent it out. It's our only source of income. I'm 90. I'm 87. My husband's 90 years old, and you're telling me if we don't move this or kick him out, we're a code violation. You're going to fine us? Well, now that guy to know. Well, that's just the way it is up there. It's just amazing. Every time they pass a law, they better be willing to put the little old ladies and little old men in prison, because that's exactly what they're going to end up doing, is they're going to put a lot of burden on people, because people say, well, you can't have a nice little trailer out here. It's going to destroy our property values. What happened was a neighbor called them in. If you see something, tell someone. That's exactly what they did. So they code violation, and it's amazing what you see out there. It really is it really just burns me that we've got laws out there that take away people's property rights and their way of life because someone in the neighborhood says, well, we don't like your little trailer because it doesn't fit our little, even though it's nicely kept. Even Guy Tennell went out there and said, you know what? It's very nicely kept. It's been, just wonderful looking, and it's better than some of the things you see that are legal around town, that comply to code.
But he wasn't willing to stand up for
No.
the citizen?
No, he wasn't willing to. He was going to sit there and do exactly. These commissioners have the backbone of a jellyfish. They do exactly.
That's a very good name.
They do. They have the backbone of a jellyfish. They will. I would sit there and go, I would sit there and go case by case basis on something like that. Someone that's, they've been there for years and years and years. That lady said, I'm renting to a man that works at the paper mill that used to work on the beach. And this is in Northern Bay County, Guy Tennell's area. He went out and looked at it.
Right.
In Bay County. And, they're trying to get by. I think she is 87 and he is 90 years old. She was just beside herself yesterday, and she had to wait to the very, very end where there's no one in there to hear them except the county commissioners, that they pat themselves on the back as they congratulate, themselves giving away all this money to GKN, and it's a game changer. I just love that. Game changer. Yeah, when I call them fascists, they don't like it because they don't understand the term, or where government and private sector business get together and become a large corporation. It's the perfect partnership, and that's according to Benito Mussolini. And that's exactly what we're doing. We fought a war to stop fascism, and yet we continue to promote it and embrace it. Our Chamber of Commerce is the biggest cheerleader we got in this town. I know I shouldn't say that because people say, wow, James, that's pretty drastic. Nope, I even said that before the county commissioners yesterday. I said, fascism is exactly what I call this. That's what the dictionary calls it, but our Chamber of Commerce says it's a great way to do business. Makes you kind of wonder, doesn't it? Hey, this is James Morris. If you got a car question, I know I've probably beat this horse too long, but sometimes I just get on my crawl. It just irritates me what I see happening, and this is my show. I got some sponsors out there. They may dislike it. They may like it. If they dislike it, they can always get off the air. And if you don't like the show, you can always change channels. But I'm telling you, if you don't start paying attention to what's going on in your part of the woods, you're going to not have anything. They're going to steal it right out from underneath you and make everyone here a felon just because they pass a law when you're not attending a meeting. We'll be back tomorrow morning, I believe, at the same time, at 6 o'clock in the morning on WPGX Fox 28. And if you have a car question, you want to comment, maybe you're mad as hell and you're not going to take it anymore, why don't you pick up that phone and dial 850-763-0555. Or you can just go back to bed and they say, it's not my fight. I don't care. It's not affecting me. That's exactly how things get the way they are, because it just doesn't affect people. Hey, this is James Morris. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye, everybody.
James Auto Center, we fix it right.